What up, YouTube? It's JT. And, I reviewed this fight multiple times, man. This Triple G versus Brook fight. I've probably watched it six or seven times now, and I just don't see what you guys are seeing, man. All this exposed, you have to just watch the fight, man, and know what Triple G is up against. In this fight, you're going against a highly skilled welterweight against a slow middleweight. Triple G is slow, okay? Let's just make no doubt about it, man. He's slow. He has some little spurts of explosiveness, but it doesn't seem like he can keep up the speed for long. That's why I laugh when you convicted crackheads and you other fucking dumbass, punk-ass fans come out here and really think that Triple G can beat Floyd Mayweather, man. It's just not, you make no sense, man. But that's not about this, man. The point is, Brook is a good boxer, man. Borderline great, man. The dude has good distance, timing, head movement, and hand speed. He's actually better than I thought, Brook is a very, very good fighter, man. And it's a shame that this is Golovkin's best fight, Brook. But it is what it is, man. He's the best fighter that Golovkin ever fought. And as you can see, with the hand speed and the movement and distance and timing that Brook has, and him being the faster fighter, that's why the shots were landing. But if you watch the fight, man, a lot of that shit was exaggerated, man. A lot of it was exaggerated, dude. The crowd was reacting to any little thing Brook did, which, we all knew that was going to happen already, And it was just an overreaction, man. Yes, Brook landed some shots. He landed some clean shots, But Golovkin being the slower guy, and the fact that it didn't look like Golovkin was at his best, man. The guy just literally was just falling in, throwing wild hooks, man, and just really, really looking like he was looking for the KO, man. It wasn't the same Triple G that fought Martin Murray, the same one that fought Lemieux, or the same one that fought Adama. The best performance I've ever seen from Triple G was the fight against Adama. Go watch Triple G in that fight, man. When I saw that fight, I was like, okay, this motherfucker legitimately has a chance at beating Andre Ward, man. Because the dude showed that he had head movement, defense. We all know about the punching power, the distance, timing. He showed it all in that fight, man. I think that's the best I've ever seen him. I know it was against a guy who no one heard of, Adama, but I was looking at his performance, But if you look at this fight, it just looked like he was just diving in, man, just diving in, wild. He looks like he was trying to force the KO, man. I did not see an exposure by Brook. I saw a smaller fighter with hand speed landing punches, man. And who had superior head movement, But I've seen better performances out of Triple G, and that's the best I've seen out of Brook. So I think this is being a little bit blown out of proportion, man. I'm, not to man defend Triple G or anything like that, but I just call stuff straight down the middle, man. This looks like it's blown out of proportion, man. Did he get hit with shots? Yes. Was he exposed? I think this is all stuff everyone should have known by now, that Triple G's slow and that he could get caught by a faster fighter. That's why the fight with Canelo and Lara and stuff like that is interesting, It'll be tough for Canelo because he doesn't have that movement, but he does have much more power than Erislandy Lara and Kell Brook, you know. And then you have a Canelo, a Erislandy Lara, who has foot movement, and who has foot movement, hand speed, just a lot of lateral movement and boxing skills, man. So those are good fights. Those are the fights we should see, a litmus test. We need to see Golovkin and Erislandy Lara, And if he can stop Erislandy Lara, I think that should shut down all the critics, man. That right there, to me, the critics should have already been stopped, because if you look at the dude's record, man, when you knocking out, a lot of the guys this dude knocked out never been knocked out before, man. So you guys, we got to just start calling stuff down the middle, man. That'll help boxing. We can't just keep shitting on every fucking fighter, man. Again, you don't see UFC doing that shit, man. Completely just shitting on fucking fighters for no reason, man. Now, I know Golovkin fans are a bunch of bitches, man. A bunch of homoerotic man defenders, man. But again, somebody just tell me, man, what let me know in the comment section, what am I missing, man? Because I saw Golovkin beat the fuck out of Kell Brook, man. It was, he wasn't at his best, man, but he was just too strong and just too much pressure for Kell Brook. So you guys tell me what you think, man. It's the young god, JT. I'm out.